Hi everyone, I will be with you in 1 minute. Okay, it's coming up. And we are on. Hi Maureen, hi Pamela, hi Carolyn. I'm trying to figure out a way to fix this thing here. Hi Beatrice, Lena, Rosa, hi Ronald, hi Linda, Shari, Carla, Beatrice. Okay, I think I might as well go. Hi Jayan, Kiba, Vicky, Rhonda. Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me today. For those who don't know me, who are new to the channel, my name is Milu. I was born clairvoyant, which means I don't use any tools to read. Also, I am also a psychic and a medium. And I want to thank our chat managers for your help. I appreciate it. And if you are not a subscriber and you like the channel, please subscribe. I am on a, I'm very motivated now to see if I can grow the channel. So if I'm pushing a little bit, that's why. And also tap on the bell next to the subscribe button in order for you to be notified when I'm online or when I post a video. Having said that, I told you guys DeJoy's day would be coming. I am sure all of you heard that he is under investigation by the FBI, and I feel he's going to get himself into trouble. I don't feel it's going to take very long. And the next reference is McGahn. I know it took a long time. I did say McGahn was going to have to testify. He's testifying today. That was, I don't even remember when I made that prediction. That was, Trump was still in office. That was it. And that was before his first impeachment, I believe. So there is a lot going on. And yes, we're going to learn a lot from McGahn and also some of Trump's shenanigans in the White House, what he was trying to do or wanted to accomplish. I am not sure how much of this is going to be published, but yeah, they're going to learn quite a bit. And I saw Mike Pence this morning. Basically, just like everyone else, he's trying to downplay 1/6 and doing his best to remain on Trump and Trump's good graces. This is such a major mistake for all of them. And you know, I forget his name. I just saw him on CNN and he said something that resonates with me. He is the lieutenant governor of Pennsylvania. He's a very big guy. This guy's probably 6'9", 7 feet or something like that. I am sure all of you know who I'm talking about. And he was on CNN and he said everyone who is making excuses for Trump and are jumping in his bandwagon, they're basically playing with their political life, meaning it won't last very long. And that resonates with me. A lot of people who are protecting Trump or doing everything they can to enable him to, these people, and I've said that before, I predicted that before, and when he said it, intuitively, I feel, yeah, he's correct. And Mike Pence, who's still doing it because he was enabling Trump for the past 4 years. Whatever deal Mike Pence made with his Republican Party, okay, in order for him to stand and both the good graces of both parties, Trump and the Republican Party, okay, My prediction is Pence is not going to come close to being president of the United States. That's my prediction. He can spin his wheels. He can dip his feet into the water. Not happening. Because, and he said something this morning, in his speech, like what him and Trump have accomplished for the American people. Yeah, the COVID death is up to 600,000. That was on their watch. That's what I remember. I don't remember much of it. Well, they gave the top 1% a major tax breaks. That's what I remember. In any event, none of that stuff is going to help him and his bed to become president of this country. It's not going to happen. And there is something the Republican Party, they are not thinking about, and I feel it's going to come back to bite. I saw a policeman this morning, a Capitol policeman this morning on CNN. He was basically recounting what happened. Enough of those guys are going to come out, my prediction. Okay. The more they speak out, and there is, they are talking to each other, there's communication going on among them, among those who were there to speak out, because they are very angry about how they are being treated right now by the Republican Party, saying that, basically downplaying what happened and how basically they're minimizing the fact that those guys put their lives on the line. That stuff, I'm predicting, is going to come back to bite. And Trump, who thinks that everybody should take the fall for all his stupidities and misdeeds. Thank you very much, Gay Freeman, for your generosity and the super chat. I appreciate it. Trump is so desperate right now. And yes, he is willing, him and his family, well, Don Jr. It feels like to me, is with his outside ambitions, behind the scene, he's egging his father on as well. These guys are among other Republicans, okay? There is a sense behind the scenes they won't care if violence break out. They want to be able to, if they can, then, Ivanka knows it's a wet dream. It's not going to happen. Okay? If violence breaks out, they won't care, as long as they get to where they want. They are willing to do this by any means necessary, not to go to jail. And if his father could get back into the presidency, the better. And I predicted before, whatever it is they think they're going to do, and let me say this, Trump's speech this Saturday, from what I understand, somewhere in Georgia, is going to give us an indication of how things are going to unfold for him going forward. But for some reason, I don't feel, in Georgia, it's going to go fine, but it depends on how they receive whatever he has to say, because for the past 6 or 7 years, he's been talking about one thing and complaining about one thing. Well, these days it's the election, and then complain about how he's being treated. I feel people the Republican base are getting tired of that one trick pony, okay? And also, they don't have anything. Basically, the Republicans are running because they are pro-Trump. And I feel that's one, and intuitively I feel that's one of the reasons why the Republican Party, regardless of what they are doing right now, gerrymandering, cheating, stealing, suppressing the vote, they are going to fail. They are against everything, even against policies that would help their base. And you know something I feel Biden is doing? Biden is fully aware of what I am saying now and more, because who am I? I don't know very much about, all policies, and they have all the numbers. I'm only going based on my intuition. Biden is doing certain things. It's like he knows how they're going to respond. I'm going to give an example. He knows that they are, for the infrastructure, okay, he's going to try to make it bipartisan. But for the Voting Rights Act, and among a couple of other things, policies that he wants to put in place, he knows where Republicans are going to go. He knows they will block him at every turn. The infrastructure, he knows there's a very good chance they will bite, because they feel it's a very bad look for them, for Republicans that is, to vote against it and to block it. That's why they're going along. But what Biden is doing is, regardless of what they do, going along with the infrastructure, because they got a nosebleed from the money that's Biden sent out before, that $1,400 we all got a couple of months ago or so, okay? And they went to their constituents and started lying, saying you got money now, when they did not vote for it. And they are looking very bad about that. So they're putting an effort to try to do something to collaborate with Biden to get the infrastructure thing done. It's because they got beaten so bad the last month, whenever that cycle of help was released. But Biden knows what they're going to do, how they're going to behave, because he was in the Senate. Him and Kamala, they were both in the Senate. They know, at least a lot of those people. And Kamala, she was there until 5 months ago, 6 months ago. So she knows those people, how they behave. It's a trap that they are both setting for the Republicans, so that next year they will gonna have to defend some of the things that they have done. And intuitively, that's part of Biden's and the Democrats' approach. And also, a lot of things that we are seeing unfolding today, like all those gerrymandering and creating and come up with all those laws to keep people from voting, my prediction is that's not going to work. And the people who are creating, or the authors of all those crazy laws, will be shown for really who they are and what they are. That is coming. Because, yes, you know what? And I've been saying this for a very long time. 76 million people I heard voted for Trump. I don't feel 76 million people right now are willing to back him up. I feel the base continues to shrink every day. Yes, there are millions of them. I understand that. Okay. But, okay, a good indication as I'm saying this, his blog went down. He shut it down. Okay. And intuitively, I feel it is because it wasn't successful. And Axios, somebody from Axios was saying that this morning as well. The traffic wasn't there. And to me, intuitively, that's an indication of where Trump's popularity is heading. And like some of you were saying yesterday, a lot of people from his base are being stubborn. The person who posted that in the chat, I feel is correct. A lot of Republicans, they can't accept the fact that they've been had by Trump. They know he's lying, the majority of them. And also they are realizing, because they watch CNN, they may not like what they are hearing. They watch MSNBC, but they run back and take comfort on OAN, who's feeding them lies. They know. They're simply having difficulties dealing with it, that they've been duped, okay? And they're going to have to make a decision within the next 2 years, the next time they're going to have to vote. I feel like saying Trump would not get the same amount of support right now if he were to win, and it's going to become obvious in the coming month or so, because he's going to go out and hold those rallies. I don't feel that's going to help him intuitively. And also he has New York on his tail, and that's another reason him and Don Jr., they are open to violence. Not that he, oh, wait a minute, as I'm being saying, guys, I told you a long time ago, those of you who have been following me for a while, I have always said Trump would be open to violence, okay, in order for him to remain president. He did it on January 6th, and now again, I'm getting the same feeling from him and his family, because they will all, there's potential for all of them to go to jail. And right now, it feels like to me, but it's mostly the most active person who's trying to help Trump, his father, I guess, is Don Jr., to create something, again, worse than what happened on 1/6. And you know something? The authorities are on it as well. They are beginning to sound the alarm among other people who are complaining that our democracy is in danger. And I feel my prediction is a lot of people are listening, and the Republican base is listening as well. We have not seen major movement as far as the needle when they take polls and stuff, but we don't know. They keep saying 86% or 76% of Republicans still back Trump, but 76% of what? Okay, 110 people, 1,000 people, or did it shrink? But my prediction is Trump's popularity among the base, the Republican base, will shrink or continue to shrink, but this time it feels like to me it will be at a faster rate. I don't feel intuitively Trump is having such a great impact on anything. He's not increasing his numbers. He can't, and Republicans can't do it either. And that's why they are doing everything they are doing today, cheating and stealing, because that's the only way they can stay in power. But for some reason, my prediction is there is going to be either a law or something that's going to be put in place that will blunt everything they are trying to do right now to remain in power. No, they're not going to like it because all the work that they've been doing is going to be for nothing. And also, I am seeing a lot of people walking people will take to the streets. I've said that either last week or early this week. That is coming. And, the other thing is, I feel there won't be that many protesters because how are they going to defend Trump? How are they going to defend the Republican Party when they know they've been fed lies? These people know, the Republican base intuitively, I feel, knows they are being lied to. So they're not just going to go out and defend the lie, protesting against those who are pro-democracy and want to make sure that everyone has access to the ballot box. So Republicans, there will be some that will go out, but I don't feel it's going to be that many. But I'm seeing a lot of people walking, protesting what Republicans are doing today, meaning preventing people from voting. And one thing there are a couple of things I wanted to mention. I don't know how many of you, there was something on TV, for Memorial Day, a military veteran who was giving a speech somewhere, I believe in Ohio, and he was explaining the role blacks played in the creation of Memorial Day, and they cut off his mic, and now he's become more popular because of that. But my prediction is those who cut off the mic, they're going to be sorry about it for doing it. I was shocked last night when I heard, in this day and age, given everything we've been through the past 4 years or 5 years now, for someone to have the temerity, to cut off someone's mic because they are explaining the role black people played in the creation of a holiday to celebrate our military, our war dead. So that goes to show they are not very bright. They are so hateful. They are blind. But they're not going to jail, but they're going to be shown, those people who did this. That's my prediction, by the way. And someone asked me a question about, is Barr flipping by talking to Garland to save his own skin? Barr has been flipping, it feels like to me. I don't know if I would call it flipping, but Barr is very concerned about what can come out and how he covered for Trump. Everything is already known by the Biden administration and by Garland. But I don't know if Barr is speaking to Garland directly, but I know, and I believe I said that before. And the reason why I'm saying this is because those of you who have been following me for a while, do you remember I said Barr was making himself scarce or disappear, if you will, because he did not want to do some of the things that Trump wanted him to do. But ever since, and let me tell you what Barr didn't want. He did not want to take part on the January 6th situation. Okay? He left Trump open legally. That was on purpose. He did not know how January 6th was going to unfold. Exactly. But even Barr was shocked about what took place. and he's happy he didn't take part in it. He didn't lie about the election was stolen or any of that stuff. And ever since, Barr has been talking to people. So the question to the person, I don't know if he's flipping to save his own skin. I'm sure that's part of it. But Barr has flipped a long time ago. So, yeah. Okay. One second, I'm looking to see the. Oh, Christmas. Oh, Alan West. The reason why I am, you guys know Alan West is the black guy in Texas who was the chairman of the Republican Party there. You know, last time I saw him online, and he was just like Flynn, promoting that the idea that Texas should secede from the states and all that garbage. He basically yesterday, from what I read in the newspaper this morning, that he quit suddenly. And you know something? He thought he was a member, of the Republican Party just like everyone else. He's in charge, and he's had a few things that happened to him. That's my prediction. And truly, I feel that's what happened. Okay, that made him think twice about how he's viewed in the party, and he feels he's above certain things and certain people, and he's not being treated that way by his counterparts. So he got disgusted, among other things that this guy has done that may be coming out as well. But yeah, I'm not surprised. Okay. And also, I wanted to mention Chris Matthews wrote a book. One second, I wanted to make sure I was cleaning my throat there for a second. Chris Matthews wrote a book, and he was on MSNBC yesterday. He's one of my favorite. He was on Joy Reads, in fact. And I was very impressed with his experience. He's one of my favorite people, and he used to be one of my favorite people on MSNBC to watch, one of my favorite anchors. So why am I mentioning him? Because someone mentioned him the other day in the chat. But he was explaining, and he was talking about where he feels the Republican Party is going, and that resonated with me. So that's why I'm mentioning him. And also the other person is Michael Steele. He's not an anchor. He's the former head of the Republican Party. He's very good as well at explaining the motivation behind those Republicans' behaviors and what's to come. And that's one of the person I feel is pretty accurate. I thought I was mentioning these people. All right. Time to answer questions. Again, the usual thing. I keep talking and lost track of time. Masha Green says they're all traitors. When Hillary lost, she was a lady, but the former guy acted like a crybaby. Oh, yeah. Well, now he's really crying. He's desperate these days. It is really bad what's going on behind the scene with this former guy. Oh, my God. And watch when he goes, when he starts doing those rallies. If you think he's been bad, watch some of the things he's going to say. And you know something? Yesterday afternoon, they were talking about, I'm not quite sure what I was watching on CNN. I don't know how this would work, and if what I was getting is the right way of putting it. But it feels like to me, at some point, I don't know if it's the FBI or DOJ or which government entity is going to approach Trump and tell him to shut up. I've gotten that a few times. I got it yesterday. And the reason why he's going to get the warning is because basically for incitement. Don't be surprised. That's one thing I've been feeling for the past. I was feeling it yesterday afternoon. I was trying to figure out how do they do it because of the First Amendment, but I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not going to let that stop me from saying what I'm getting intuitively. I don't know, but don't be surprised if you hear authorities talk to Trump about some of the things that he's saying. So we'll see. All right. Pam P said the U.S. is going through its Pluto return. Brace yourselves. True. More storms ahead. You are going through a major transformation. Yes, that's true. But let's hope it's for the better. I feel it's going to be for the better. You know, transformation can be, a peaceful transformation as well. From what I understand, I was watching a video. I don't recall who they were talking about the Pluto return thing, and they were saying it was violent. Yes, the potential is there, obviously, and given Trump, yeah, the potential is there. So I'm glad I told you guys what I just said about somebody talking to Trump, because that's going to tamp down also the way 1/6 happened. Right now, a lot of people are going to jail. A lot of people are having their lives interrupted. They're not making money, they can't find jobs. Their lives have been negatively impacted by going to the Capitol and try to do what they wanted to do. You know something? As we all know, the Oath Keepers and the Proud Boys, whatever they call themselves, those who are dressed as military in their military garbs, okay, those guys, they had a mission. And I've said this before, don't be surprised, everyone, if we found out that Trump, there was a bigger plot besides what we know now, that Trump was involved, okay? But as I'm talking to everybody, I feel there were two things here. Those guys in military garbs, they had a mission to prevent Congress from ratifying the election. But the other people were like their cover. I don't know if the news media has ever made that clear, but as I am speaking to you right now, that's what I am feeling. And I did mention before, Trump's name, among others, will come up as coup platters. Well, I didn't put it in that, and I didn't say coup platters, okay? But their roles will be revealed. And today I'm feeling stronger about this than before. So there is a lot more to come out. But I am feeling those guys were on a mission, those people who were wearing military uniforms, okay, they had a mission. And the other people, I don't feel they were in on it, but they were there. They were like cover. They were covering what those guys wanted to do. And I feel this is going to come out. Let me know, everyone, if you've heard it that way anyplace else. I'd be curious. Okay. Patricia Fondino says law enforcement is ready to deal with these protesters. National Guards will be on alert. What protesters? The one I mentioned, or? Okay. So the reason why, but what Patricia said caught my eye. Somebody said they were going to go to D.C. on June 23rd, and they were concerned. Is there something I don't know about yet, which is very possible? Let me scroll down. Okay. Craig Dixon says, I don't think there is enough preservatives to keep him fresh. All right. Let's see. Chef is asking me, why does the media do that make them seem like they are invisible? What is the logic you think? I'm not getting what they are making invisible. But if you're talking about Trump, we need him to be invisible. Kevin Chandler is asking me, what's the energy around Kevin Kavanaugh right now? Well, Kavanaugh is trying to get by. Kavanaugh is hoping that his hearing is over and he can move on with his life and his family. And Kevin says, he kept coming up on my psychic radar earlier. I think he will be leaving soon. I don't see him leaving soon, to be honest with you. Okay. But Kavanaugh is hoping that he's left alone. He doesn't want to repeat what happened because Trump is not there to cover him, and McConnell will be useless to him right now. So, yeah. Let's see. Steve 000 says, I like Michael Steele, but I voted against him when he went for Maryland governor. Would do so again, probably. Yeah, I know. I mentioned Michael Steele because I don't like his policies either. I don't like, I don't agree with him on anything, really. But the reason why I mention him is because he's pretty good he's a very smart guy. Basically, that's one reason why I mention him. And he can give you a pretty good read on what Republicans are up to and where they are going to make their mistakes. So whenever he's on MSNBC, I watch him. He's good. No, I don't agree on anything. Let's see. All right, friends. Artist is asking me, what do you see for Flynn after his comments on the coup? I feel Flynn, it's a matter of time. Something, all those people who got pardoned from Trump, I feel better be careful. Because if they do anything illegal, they're gonna pay for it. And Flynn, I don't feel Flynn is gonna be remain free, or there is a major legal issue that's coming up for Flynn. Because he created a lot of enemies in the past 4 or 5 years, because the guy is basically, he sold our country, but he's still arrogant. He's gonna keep doing things, and what he did the other day got a lot of people angry, promoting insurrections and reinstating Trump and stuff like that. Yeah. He's got a lot coming for him legally. Okay, friends. Thank you very much for spending time with me today. I appreciate it. If you like the channel, please subscribe and also tap on the bell in order for you to be notified when I'm online or when I post a video. If you would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmilu.com, or you can send me an email at psychicmilu@aol.com in order for us to talk and agree on a time when we can speak. Again, everyone, thank you for your support. Thank you for passing my name, telling people about me. I appreciate it. I will see you tomorrow. Till then, bye.